Welcome to Your Guide in America. If you are already living here or planning to come soon, one of the biggest questions you'll face is, where will you live and how much will rent cost? Many people are shocked when they first arrive because housing prices are high and vary a lot from state to state, and even from one neighborhood to another. Today, I'll give you a clear and realistic picture of housing in the U.S., the different types, average rents, price differences between states, and practical tips to save money and avoid mistakes. The cheapest option is usually a shared room. You rent just one bedroom in a house or apartment and share the kitchen and bathroom with other people. In smaller or cheaper cities, you can find shared rooms for $600 to $800 a month. But in expensive cities like New York or San Francisco, even a shared room can cost over $1,200. Another option is basement apartments. These are common on the East Coast, especially in states like New York, New Jersey, and Maryland. They're a bit cheaper, usually $900 to $1,200 a month, but keep in mind they can be small, dark, and sometimes don't have great ventilation. Then we have studio apartments. A studio is one open room with a small kitchen and bathroom. Right now, the national average rent for a studio is around $1,420 per month. It's a good choice for singles, but space is limited. Next is a one-bedroom apartment, which has a separate living room and bedroom. This is great for one person or a couple, and the average rent is about $1,550. If you want two or more bedrooms, the price goes up. Nationally, the average is around $1,790 per month. For students, dorms or student housing can range from $500 to $1,500 a month, depending on the city and the university. This can be convenient because utilities and internet are often included, but sometimes it's more expensive than renting off campus. Let's look at some prices in some of the most expensive areas. In San Francisco, California, average rent is over $3,000 for a regular apartment, and even a studio can cost $2,500. In New York City, a one-bedroom can be between $2,500 and $3,500 a month. And many landlords in New York also ask for a broker fee, which means paying an extra month's rent up front. But not all cities are that expensive. In Los Angeles, California, the average one-bedroom is around $2,400, but neighborhoods make a huge difference. In Austin, Texas, rents have actually gone down about 9%. A one-bedroom now costs around $1,385. In Houston, Texas, it's even cheaper, around $1,239 on average. In Chicago, Illinois, prices are between $1,400 and $1,800 depending on the area. And in many smaller Midwest cities, you can still find places for under $1,000 a month. Here are two real-life examples. A student moved to New York and found a shared room in Queens for about $1,050 a month. A studio would have cost him at least $2,200. On the other hand, a family moved to Houston and rented a two-bedroom apartment for just $1,450. That same place in Los Angeles would have cost almost double. So what makes rent more expensive or cheaper? First, location. Living near downtown or public transportation usually costs more. Second, supply and demand. The more crowded the city, the higher the prices. Third, laws. Some places have rent control, but most states don't. And fourth, amenities. If the building has a gym, a pool, or private parking, expect to pay more. Here are some practical tips if you're renting in America. Start searching early, 2 or 3 months before you move. Be prepared to pay a big upfront cost, first month's rent, a security deposit, and sometimes the last month's rent. Always read the lease carefully because most contracts are for 1 year. Ask which utilities are included, like water, electricity, or internet. Living with roommates can save you hundreds of dollars. Move away from the city center if you want cheaper options, and never rush into signing. Take your time to compare. So whether you already live in the U.S. or you're planning to come, now you have a clearer picture of housing and rent. Some cities are extremely expensive, like New York and San Francisco, while others like Houston or smaller Midwest towns are much more affordable. The key is to research early, plan your budget, and never rush your decision. Tell me in the comments, which city are you planning to move to? Or if you already live in the US, how much rent are you paying now? Your experience could help someone else. This was your guide in America. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.